Hello and welcome to OEIncubator Executive Summaries. Today we're discussing the 2007 highly praised book by American author Timothy Ferriss entitled The 4-Hour Workweek. In this book, Tim talks about the process needed to create a fully automated income where your business runs itself and you free yourself from the shackles of a 9-to-5 job. Being something I created for myself over a decade ago and also the theme of my book, The Financial Freedom Formula, this book in particular means a lot to me. So let's jump into some of its lessons and themes. One of the first concepts mentioned in the book is the idea of new rich. The wealthy live their lives with time and money in complete abundance. The new rich are people who aren't millionaires, investors, or business owners, but can live almost the exact same lifestyle. If a billionaire wants to answer business emails from a beach house in Bali, he can. And while the idea that you too might seem outlandish, it's actually pretty attainable. So we aim to become the new rich, but in order to get there, we need to think about our time investments. It's a commonly accepted principle that 20% of your tasks will usually yield 80% of the results, and the other 20% comes from the remainder of your day. These high-impact tasks should be your very first thing that you do. If they are important, treat them that way. Next, we want to get rid of as much of the leftover tasks as we have, the ones that are a part of your day but far less impactful. So, we minimize distractions and time wasters. One of the big time wasters is emails. Most people check their emails in the morning when they get in, as well as throughout the day when they receive them. However, it's common practice to completely ignore your emails until after lunchtime. By then, you've finished all of your important tasks and have achieved a lot of your business. You can check your emails once in the afternoon and once in the evening as a follow-up. Another huge time waster is meetings. Attending a meeting where a lot of people's input is required is good. However, sitting through budget briefings and media strategies might be, for you, a complete waste of time. If you're not necessary to the meeting's success, then you don't need to be there, and you can focus on more important tasks. Now let's take a moment to reflect on some of the lessons already covered in avoiding time wasters. What changes do you think you can start making? Let us know in the comments below. Now on to the rest of the OEIncubator Executive Summary. Now some of this sounds like it might be for high-level business people. However, there's steps you can take that are covered in this book to get you closer to your dream of a 4-hour work week, even as an employee. Firstly, it's to make yourself indispensable. Become the most valuable member on any team you're on, and you can do this by having the company invest in you with training and transform yourself into an expert that the business can't afford to lose. To get freedom from the office, you need to convince your boss that remote working might be a beneficial thing. There are plus sides that include less time on commuting, less distracting coworkers and no useless meetings, and an increased level of productivity. And if you're an indispensable expert, then you might be able to pull this off. It's important that you make the transition as painless as possible. For example, offering to trial you for 1 day a week for a 2-month trial and then reviewing the results after the trial is finished. If you're looking to start a business that can automate your cash flow, one of the first things you need is a product to sell. Thinking of a product isn't too hard, but you also need to figure out if the product could sell. You could look at a target market and estimate numbers, but one of the best things you could do is run a market test. Tim suggests doing this by setting up a store page that looks and functions like any other store page, except before people can make a payment, a pop-up stops them, saying the product is currently unavailable. Having this behind a sign-up wall might annoy people, but it does give you the option of keeping their email addresses for when you possibly decide to launch a product. The title of this book was actually chosen by Tim using this exact method. He had several books available to purchase, and the 4-hour workweek got the most clicks. We here personally think that the practice of false storefronts is deceptive, and customers might agree. But if that's your hustle, that's up to you. The book also goes into some ways you can build your professionalism for yourself and your business. If you're dedicated enough to already possess a PhD, or if you've been lucky enough to have been knighted at some stage, that's great. But you can come across as a professional without those titles. So, how do you become known as an expert? Well, you want to first become known as active in your field. Write articles about your industry, go to and participate in industry events, give public speaking a go when you get the chance, and you'll build up your profile as an esteemed expert in no time. The book also dives into some other concepts, such as writing your own rules, building prestige, being selective about your customers, and other tips that you can implement as of right now to help your business grow and automate your finances. To learn these and more, check out the links in the description or search up Timothy Ferriss. To see more of these videos and learn about how you can design your business to grow completely without you, making you financially independent, Subscribe to us and turn on notifications, as well as checking out all our offerings at OEIncubator.com. I'm Alfie Coyle. I trust this video has supported your growth, and I wish you much love and success.